And Gordon and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On second down, Young. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The third down throw incomplete by Steve Young.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Vick will look to throw on 1st down. Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Lawrence Taylor in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. Third down here.
Hey, let's go! White 90, white 20.
Play action now, Vick. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. John Randall able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Now Sanders. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Jerry Rice, 48 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Yes, indeed. Jerry Rice from Mississippi Valley State. I remember he broke into the league, and the nickname Flash was the one he was trying to get the catch on. As it turned out, he didn't need a nickname. 197 receiving touchdowns in the NFL, added on 10 rushing, and even had a fumble recovery for a total of 208 in his career.
By far the most all-purpose touchdowns in league history. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Vic operating on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And a huge play that time. 74 yards. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Miller taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Steve Young. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's third down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, Young. He'll have his man, that's Cooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. from the gun. Steve Young. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Steve Young on 2nd down. Pushes past him. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And out now come the Cowboys. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, Williams. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And this is incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Gun!
Play action now. Here's Steve Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. John Randall able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Green 39! Green 39!
Young off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a big 32-yard play on third. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Detroit!
From the red zone now, Young. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jerry Rice, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are in for 6. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Ware in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, right on cue, they set up the screen and complete it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Right 90, right 20. Right 20.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. Got a man, he finds Sanders. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right 90, right 20. Right 20.
A first down throw coming for Vic. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a second down throw for Vic, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's third down.
He's messing up. And it's gonna block you now. Right 90, right 20.
Vic readies to throw. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, Young. That one complete, Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Final play of the half, Young. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Steve Young, his 3rd touchdown pass in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Ware in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Michael Vick. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Lawrence Taylor in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Right 20, right 20, black over. On.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They will indeed go for it. Vick. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete.